I was going to mention something about this poster earlier. There are several things on it that have to do with time and time travel, like we might just have done. Maybe one of these books is one that Nick was looking at. Or this. This is an object. That's actually a glass bulb, and it has a metal element in there, a little piece of wire, and it is used to apply electricity. Now, it doesn't have any wire going through here. If you know electricity, you know that wires need that. But that part is screwed into a socket, and the wire goes to the socket. This is called an electric light bulb, and by producing electricity and enabling the electricity to go into that light bulb, the wire glows and it creates light. It's said that, although that's fairly new right now, in the near future it's possible that everybody would have light bulbs in their house. Particularly if you're rich. Does anybody here have light bulbs in your house? Anybody have?
I'm saving.
Oh wow, all of you. You're saving yours. In case they change and make them.
Saving for when I can afford.
When you can afford light bulbs, good. I brought some to demonstrate a little bit of a principle of how that works. Oddly, this light bulb fixture seems to have been adapted by somebody with steam knowledge. Electricity goes through wires, and you need a plug. That plug connects the wires one with another. If you plug that in thusly, then you will have the electricity you need. There are light bulbs inside each of... No, I'll just take the covers off because the covers don't really have to be on there. They do protect the bulbs a little bit, but you can see the bulbs, and each one is screwed into a socket. Thus, and the electricity goes into the socket. Oh, before it goes into the socket, it's actually interrupted by a switch. That's so the electricity isn't applied all the time continuously. The switch will allow you to apply the electricity, which we call turning the light on. You turn the light on by applying the electricity through that switch. Now, as you can see, the filaments are all shaped a little differently. That's because various companies are manufacturing light bulbs, and they have different ideas on the right kind, size, and shape of the filament to make the light the most efficient and the most cost-effective. Oddly, though, this board has been festooned with some gears, implements, a drive mechanism, and a chain of some kind, and I'm not quite sure exactly how that works. I do know what it does, I just don't know how it does that. I'll show you. I'm going to take this light bulb out of that socket. It has a yellow ribbon on it to mark that it was by the switch with the yellow switch. I'm going to place this bulb, which has a green ribbon on it, in the socket by that yellow switch. And then I'm going to place this bulb, which has the yellow ribbon, in the switch that is green. And now that I've put each one in a different socket, what you think would happen doesn't actually happen, because this green label switch actually turns on that bulb with the green ribbon. And this yellow label switch turns on that bulb with the yellow ribbon. Of course, the red switch still turns on the red bulb, and the blue switch still turns on the blue bulb. But even though you can leave off or turn on any one of these one at a time, just like that, it happens even if you switch the bulbs to all completely different sockets. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take all of these bulbs out of here, and I'm going to let one of you choose where to put the bulbs. In fact, how about this young lad over on the end with the light blue shirt on? Would you mind helping me out? You can stay there. Just tell me, which bulb should I put in first? The red, yellow, blue, or green one?
Green.
All right, and where do you want me to put the green bulb? In the first, second, third, or fourth socket?
Fourth.
All right, the green bulb in the fourth socket. I have three left, a red one, a yellow one, a blue one. Which one should I use next?
Blue.
And where do you want me to put the blue bulb? In the first, second, or third socket?
Second.
All right. Now I have two left, a red one and a yellow one. Which one should I put in next?
Yellow one.
The yellow one. Should I put that in the first or the third socket?
Third.
Okay, and that leaves one bulb, this one with the red ribbon on it, and I'll put that here in this first socket, which is now by the yellow switch. Now, none of the bulbs has a ribbon color that matches the switch that it is for. I've changed them all into completely different sockets, and yet oddly when you flip this red switch, that bulb with the red ribbon goes on. This blue switch causes that blue bulb to go on like that. The yellow switch still works the yellow bulb, and this green switch, even though it's in the second position, turns on the green bulb, which is over here on the end in the fourth position. I know, I was confused too. I'm not sure who made this and what they did when they added those gears, chains, and this induction coil, but they seem to have made some kind of a difference. Oh, I did find out something else when I was experimenting with it, and that is that these switches are not actually colored, different colors. These are actually just a wooden knob that goes on the end of the switch, and all four of these wooden knobs can come off. So now I have 4 sockets, each has a different color bulb, and I have 4 switches that all look the same, and I could put these knobs onto any of those switches. In fact, maybe I'll let you decide. Would you mind helping me out? All you have to do is tell me which cover should I use for a switch, the red, yellow, blue, or green? Don't want to decide? Red. Okay. And where should I put it? In the first, second, third, or fourth place?
First.
Okay, so I put the red switch by the red bulb. Okay, now I have 3 left, a yellow, a blue, and a green. Which one should I use next?
Blue.
I'm sorry?
Blue.
The blue one. And I put it in the second, third, or fourth?
Fourth.
All right. I've got a red, yellow, and a green left. Which one should I put on next? Green one, right here on the second one by the blue bulb, and that leaves a yellow wooden cover which goes on this switch, which is by the yellow bulb. Now the yellow bulb has a yellow switch, and the red bulb has a red switch. The blue and green bulbs have been switched, so some are the same, some are different, and yet oddly it's this red switch that lights that red bulb, this blue switch that lights that blue bulb. This yellow switch lights the yellow bulb, and the green switch, the second one over, lights the green bulb, which is in the fourth place. Yeah, I don't understand how that works. All I know is that it does seem to work. You can turn off 1 or 2 or 3. You can turn any of them back on again, but the green switch only operates the green bulb. The red switch only operates the red bulb. The blue switch only operates the blue bulb, and somehow the whole thing just seems to work.